Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Keggernaut, but just call me Keg, and this is going to be the first round of PTR videos for the Brewmaster Monk. I've already done the Guardian Druid, but this is for Brewmaster Monk. Now, I wanted to let everybody know that these round of changes are as of April 15th. So these are subject to change. If you're watching this in the future, just know that this is an outdated video, possibly if they have changed this some more. So we've got many weeks, many months, well, probably a couple months before this even goes live. So don't, go up in all agony, like trying to say that, oh, these changes are not warranted, this is this and this and that. Just, give it some time, test it out, give your feedback on the forums, and then we'll obviously get things rolling with more changes later. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. So let's go ahead and go into the changes. We have a ton of changes. Like, we've got 10 to 12 bullet points right here. We've got a lot of stuff changed. So let's just go ahead and go down the list. Some of them are more drastic and some of them are just kind of like, okay, whatever. So the first change that we have, which I very much agree with, is that Brewmaster passive armor bonus has been increased to 25%. This was 15%. So just our base up mitigation passively, we could literally just stand there and auto attack the boss, and we're going to be a little bit more tanky than we were before. This passive armor bonus is pretty nice, but this is mostly to counteract a change to stagger from our Iron Skin Brew that I will be getting into later. Now, the next change, as we're talking about stagger, is that Fortifying Brew only increases stagger by 10% instead of 20%. So I feel like we were already pretty powerful, almost near unkillable when we had our Fortifying Brew up. I don't believe that this is all around a gigantic change. We already have a lot of good other benefits from it. I don't think that the stagger change that we're really going to notice at all, because we only press Fortifying Brew maybe once, twice in a dungeon, at least once in a boss fight maybe. So I don't think this is all around going to be a bad change. Now, Iron Skin Brew increases stagger by 35% instead of 40. So this is the little change that I talked about to stagger. So we got a passive armor bonus because we're going to have less damage going into stagger because our Iron Skin Brew is not going to buff us as much. So the theory behind this is that Blizzard wanted us to rely more on just, I guess, basic mitigation. They didn't want to put so much power into stagger because of obviously how good it is. You guys know how good it is. You're playing Brewmasters. There is a very big discrepancy between tanking some things as a Brewmaster and tanking on other classes. So with the removal of our 2-set eventually in two Masari Garrus and the 5% nerf on Iron Skin Brew, we're going to be having a little bit less stagger for us. Baseline, we used to have 80, now we're going to have 75. If we have the 2-set still, it'll still be 80. If you're running high tolerance, it will be changed also, but that's all good. Okay, also, I almost forgot that there is a change to Iron Skin Brew. So now the duration of Iron Skin Brew cannot exceed 3 times its normal duration. So for us, that would be 24 seconds with traits. If we had more relics, we'd be able to increase this, I guess. But for the most part, it's going to only be 24-second duration. This is a huge change. This is a gigantic nerf. I don't like this. I don't believe that it's warranted. Brewmaster, since day one, has always had to keep 100% uptime on some sort of buff, whether it was Shuffle or now Iron Skin Brew. I don't believe that this is okay. In my testing, again, I haven't actually tanked anything, but when I was watching the cooldowns and the timers of everything on the tanking dummies, I realized that, wow, I am pressing a lot more brews than I need, because now I'm not getting the benefit. I'm refreshing the duration, but I'm not going from 24 to 30 to 36 to 30, whatever. It's just not going up, so I'm losing a lot of benefit off of this. I don't like this at all. Again, I don't feel like this needs to be changed. I don't know what is Blizzard's philosophy with this, why this needs to be such a problem. They did put out some changes, some notes about why they did this, because they didn't like us banking like 2 minutes of Iron Skin Brew, let's say phase 3 botanist, where we can just purify for the rest of the time. I think overall we're trading some survivability now versus later. I don't purify in the beginning stages of botanist, for example, because I want to make sure that I have a huge Iron Skin Brew so I could purify later. Is that a gameplay choice that I'm making? Yes, I believe that that should be the way to go. I love that part about Brewmaster. If I wanted to switch between Iron Skin Brew and Purifying Brew interchangeably between the fight, well, I mean, if they're forcing me to do that, then I'm just going to have to do that. But am I going to like it? No. So I wish that they would change this back. I don't believe that this needs to be in the game at all. A cap on our resources and a cap on our duration is just not fun to play with. It's a complete waste. Yes, you can use your Iron Skin brews to get a 100% chance on your special delivery. However, that's just pure offensive value. You know, you're barely getting any more defensive value out of it, therefore making it so your brews are literally just going to just complete offensive. I don't like that. Some people don't even care about DPS as a tank, which they should. They should definitely care. However, still, this change is not warranted. I don't believe that this is a problem currently. It's pretty overpowered, but if they wanted to instill some sort of cap, I believe 30 seconds plus. Yes, that's only an extra, tick 4 times the duration, but 30 seconds plus should be the minimum. I believe that should even be increased to 45 at least. But overall, we're going to have to see with it. If maybe we're going to have to make a compromise with the devs. They want some sort of cap, but we don't. So let's go make a little happy medium. So yeah. So we also got another change to stagger as well. Stagger damage cannot exceed 1000% of your maximum health. Honestly, for probably 99.9% of people out there, you will not notice this change at all. I have my add-ons rolling, and the highest I've ever gotten on my stagger percent was a 500 plus. And that was when I'm on Mythic Spellblade with 4 stacks of the Annihilate, and then I just took another stack, real stupid stuff. So I had 500% plus. I will never notice this change. Most of you guys will never notice it either, so don't worry too much about it. This is just when we're trying to cheese mechanics such as 100 energy fell scythes, things that should definitely be a kill, an instant death. They wanted to counteract this. So 1000%, that's a good little buffer, but really nothing that we're going to notice too much. So we got a couple other changes in our talents. So special delivery proc chance has been increased to 100%. This used to be only 30%. And I talked at length about this in many other videos and streams in the past, that I just don't like this random proc chance that special delivery has. It is the most damaging talent, yet it's only on procs. It just doesn't feel fun. You can't do more damage. It's hard to parse higher, even though parse is not everything. It's hard to do really good damage if you're not getting lucky with your procs. Now, to counteract this, this change to 100% chance on a special delivery, the damage has been reduced by 70%. So I think that's fair. It might be a little bit, might need a little bit more tweaking, but overall, I think that's a good stepping stone. We got an increase of our proc chance by 70%, so let's reduce the damage of special delivery by 70%. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that changes. Possibly, maybe rushing Jadewind might be better now. Who knows? A lot of changes is going to be needed to see where the numbers are at, and a lot more damage tuning is going to have to happen later in the PTR. So we also have a couple other things. Chi Burst now has been replaced by a new ability called Spitfire. This I don't agree with. I think that it should have been swapped out with Chi Wave. However, for now, this is what's going on. So Spitfire is a brand new talent. Tiger Palm has a 30% chance to reset the cooldown on Breath of Fire. So this is very interesting because not only are we going to be pressing Tiger Palm a little bit more now to reduce the cooldown of Blackout Strike, but now we're going to be getting some more Breath of Fires. This change on Breath of Fire, the 20-second cooldown instead of 15, was because of this new talent. If people run this, then they're going to want to make sure that they have those resets, so therefore, whatever, how Blizzard logic, how they balance things. So this talent in particular does nerf the legendary chest just a little bit, because now you already have a guaranteed reset with Keg Smash, but now you have a 30% chance for reset on Tiger Palm. So I don't know how I feel about this too much. I love the procs. I love being able to just constantly do Breath of Fire. It's a really good animation, a really good sound effect. However, with the random nature of proc chances, the same complaints that I had about special delivery, Spitfire is there at the same time. Overall, it's still a very good talent. I just wish that it was switched out with Chi Wave so that we would still have Chi Burst. But that's okay. That's all right for me. So we got some more changes, if you couldn't believe that. So our Mastery Elusive Brawler is now also triggered by hitting Blackout Strike and Breath of Fire. So if we hit a target with Blackout Strike, we get a stack of Elusive Brawler. So for me, I would be getting an extra 26% dodge chance every time I press Blackout Strike. So that's pretty cool. Also, every target that I hit with Breath of Fire, there's no cap as of I'm aware of. So if you hit 2 targets, you'll get 26 times 2. Or if you hit 10 targets, you'll get 26 times 10. So it's pretty insane. Although the only reason why I don't really understand the bonus of this is because we already have a lot of dodge chance. If we have 10,000% dodge chance versus only 100, we're still only going to be dodging one attack. So that's all right, whatever. I don't feel like it's a big change, but it's there. It's all right. I'll take it. Now, the big bad ones are our Blackout Strike and our Tiger Palm. So these have both been changed as well. So Blackout Strike now has a 14-second cooldown up from a 3-second cooldown modified by haste. So that's a pretty big change right there. So no longer can we reduce this via haste. It's fixed at 14 seconds. But the Tiger Palm change that we have now makes it so Tiger Palm reduces the remaining cooldowns on our brews by 1 second. That's the same, but now reduces the cooldown on Blackout Strike by 5 seconds. This is huge, guys. This is a huge change for our rotation in general. That means that we're going to be spamming Tiger Palm a lot more than we were before. We're going to have to press Blackout Strike, press a Tiger Palm 1 or 2 times, and then we're going to get Blackout Strike again. It's very energy dependent. A lot of people aren't liking this. This is the biggest problem that people are having right now, is that our rotation is changing drastically and it's bleeding into other aspects, such as energy regen. What value does haste have for us now? Our traits, how good is Hot-Blooded now compared to the others? This and that. So there's a lot of hubbub up in the air about what to do about this. So I personally, in my own testing, I felt that having very high haste was the ideal way to go about this. I tried with my usual 9% haste. I did not feel at all comfortable with this. If I was running 9% haste, I'd probably have to run high tolerance, just because I don't want to deal with Blackout combo. I don't think I can get the same benefit with a low haste build. I just don't think that this is possible to really do. Well, at least feasibly, it's definitely possible. So I went ahead and have a high haste build here with 31%. Drastic, I know, crazy. But it felt a lot better, honestly. If I wanted to play with Blackout combo and I wanted to work with the Tiger Palms and whatnot, then I felt a very high haste build was the better option. Obviously, this is just my personal opinion, but it did feel better. Now, granted, I'm not doing Rushing Jade Wind, and I don't have any extra, well, I don't have Chi Wave to press, but I do have my procs on Spitfire, so I was able to fill in some empty global cooldowns with, well, I wasn't actually. I was only able to fill it in with Spitfire procs. However, with Rushing Jade Wind, you possibly might not feel the problems though with lower haste, because you have that extra button to press. However, again, it's just all around tough. I don't feel personally that this needs to be changed. I disagree with the rotation change. However, I pretty much agree with every other change that they did. The Iron Skin Brew stagger, while I don't think it was warranted, it's okay. I'm pretty fine. It's only a 5% nerf. Fortifying Brew change is fine. Special Delivery proc chance, perfect. The stagger damage cannot go past 1000% of my health. That's all right. I agree with it. Our Mastery Elusive Brawler, those changes, all right. Like I said before, I don't feel like it was necessary, but I'll take the buff. Why not? And then the only other gripe that I had was that Chi Burst got replaced with Spitfire. I'm perfectly fine with having Spitfire be a talent, but I wish that it took the place of Chi Wave instead. I like Eye of the Tiger. It's a little bit of healing. It's nice for single target. However, the biggest contender is that the Blackout Strike and Tiger Palm changes to our rotation are just a huge change. People are thinking nerfs. Our single target has changed. Our AoE probably went up because of Spitfire, but our single target's probably out the window. So we're going to have to find out what's going on. Aside from that, we don't have any new legendary changes. There hasn't been new legendaries implemented, no changes to legendaries. So we'll see how that goes in further PTR videos and new updates later as the weeks and months progress. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment of how you feel down below. Also leave a like if you like the video and subscribe for further content. Also, don't forget to follow over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Keggernaut. I live stream every few days. So yeah, thank you guys so much for checking me out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.